Hi guys, this is Nikhil. How are you doing? So I am in this video. I would like to discuss regarding RRB Junior Engineer CBT2. That is your second part of your computer exam, and I specifically want to discuss about the technical part. And as you all might be aware, how's the exam pattern for the CBT2? I guess it is around 100 marks for technical and 50 marks for non-technical subjects. So my discussion is going to be purely for technical subjects, and that too electrical engineering. Okay, only the students of electrical engineering may watch this video. Others, you can just leave the video. So in this video I will discuss about the electrical engineering syllabus, and the medium of my discussion is going to be, my language is going to be English in this video. And if there is any student from Telugu states or Andhra, Telangana, you may watch the Telugu version of this video, which link is provided in the description box below. Okay, so let us continue. So the exam is RRB Junior Engineer, and basically the level of examination, I can say it is simply, I can say it is a diploma level examination. But of course, even engineering graduates are eligible for this exam. It's a good thing. Since it is a diploma level examination, your syllabus is also framed based on the diploma lines only. So if you look at this syllabus given in the website, there are, I can say, 12 parts of the syllabus, or 12 chapters in the syllabus, I can say, and I have divided this syllabus, entire syllabus, into some modules. Let us say this is module 1, this is module 2, module 3, and this is module 4, and this is module 5. So there are 5 modules, 5 important modules. So one thing I just want to mention or make it clear, that students, please don't ask me, sir, which subject is important or which among your modules are important. No, everything is equally important. Everything is equally important. You may not neglect anything else. The syllabus which is given is very at most basic model of syllabus. It is a very basic syllabus, not that advanced. If you think there is anything advanced, that will be only in the module 1. But remaining modules are very basic, only theoretical, not much, just basics or superficial problems will be there in the syllabus or in the exam paper, that you can say. So everything is equally important. But if you talk about the weightage or the share of questions, obviously the module 1 will have the highest share of questions in the entire question paper. But you see, I am putting only one subject as a single module, that is measuring instrument. That means that will highlight you the relative importance of measuring instrument subject. I am not comparing the importance of measuring instrument subject with other subjects, but measuring instruments itself has got a good weightage, equal to each of these modules, I can say. So among all modules, the first module, that is basic concepts, circuit laws, magnetic circuits and fundamentals of AC, you must be very clear and very thorough. And if there is any kind of confusing or I can say difficult problems are going to come, means that will come from this point only. So you should prepare on the lines of Indian Engineering Services ESC for especially this first part. Of course, this ESC has a syllabus in network theory. So these 4 topics comes under network theory only. There are many things in network theory when you talk about GATE and ESC syllabus, but just look at the syllabus paper and identify such topics which are there for this syllabus and prepare on that level. Then that is when you are able to gain each and every mark for every question you get on this topics. Very important. You may not neglect at any point of time. And when you talk about electrical engineering, if you have the better understanding of these 4 topics, then nobody can beat you in electrical engineering. That means every topic after this will become a piece of cake for you. Next, coming to measuring instruments, I suggest you to go through, I am talking about the sources with regards to highest difficulty that can be asked in this examination. That means the examiner of RRB Junior Engineer, he can go to the maximum difficulty based on the sources what I am telling you. So that maximum difficulty is also possible is based on ESC only. So measuring instruments, just go open your syllabus copy and take the previous questions of ESC. You are having many popular like ACE or MEDEZ institutes you are getting those previous year solutions, isn't it, for ESC. You take those papers, and I suggest if you are taking MEDEZ, part 2 of that prelims, ESC prelims previous solutions will be very good for you. So that is about measuring instrument. Just go through superficial theoretical and superficial problems, not superficial theory. Theory you have to go as much as possible. Okay, measuring instruments is almost like equal to ESC syllabus only. So next module is machines module. So in the syllabus paper, if you see in your syllabus, he has given you one part as machines, which consists of transformer, DC and induction motors, and he has given a separate chapter as a synchronous machine. You can study all of them together as a single subject only. Just go through some basic theoretical aspects about that one. And then power systems. Of course, power systems is a very lengthy subject. But what is given here is not that lengthy. It's very small. Since the exam date is not announced, I can say based on the strength of this examination or this syllabus can be easily completed with multiple times of revisions in less than 1 month. Yes, it is possible. You can cover it in 1 month. So power system has got a very basic thing. So in power systems, first part is generation, transmission, distribution. You may not omit generation part at any point of time. So in the entire power systems, generation becomes very important topic. So in generation, basically there are 3 to 4 important things. So what are the important things in generation you have to please keep in mind is, first one is called as generation economics. The generating stations topic can be divided into 3 topics. One is generation economics. In generation economics, you have to study mainly about the different types of factors: demand factor, maintenance factor, utilization factor, so on and so forth, load factor, connected load, demand, maximum demand, these kind of things, peak load, base load. These are called as the main important pillars of economics of generation economics. And then immediately you have to go into, after this, cost of generation of electrical energy. So to generate electrical energy, say 1 unit of electrical energy, what are the different costs involved behind it? So there is a 3-part structure for the cost. You should be very clear about each part and what are the parameters which they depend upon. What are the parameters on which the cost of production will depend upon. How diversity factor and load factor will help, or it will try to reduce or increase, or it will affect the cost of electrical energy, and what you can do to minimize the cost of electrical energy. And then you have, after you have produced the electrical energy, you have to sell it, isn't it? Basically, electricity is a business. So how this business happens? When you are selling it, the business takes place, because you are producing a product and you have to sell it, and you have to sell it at some selling price. You got some cost price, so you have to study the cost price of electricity, and you have to study about the selling price of the electricity, that is the tariff. The selling price of electricity is nothing but the tariff. So you must be aware about different types of tariffs and for which type of consumers which tariffs are used. So like that, there are around 12 to 15 types I can say about the tariffs. You should be very clear about those topics. So when you talk about power systems and the entire power systems, I hope most of you will have this textbook, Principles of Power Systems by V.K. Mehta, isn't it? V.K. Mehta textbook. So this is the best book as far as this JE syllabus is concerned. You go through the V.K. Mehta textbook, each and every topic very well, and especially the bits or the fill in the blanks or objectives which are there backside of each and every topic of V.K. Mehta, they are very important. They are really very important. Exactly the same question will come in the examination. It was seen many number of times. It was witnessed number of times. So you may not miss that at any cost. And again, you have switchgear and protection. Very basic things are there, like circuit breakers, different types of fuses, circuit breakers, what are the theoretical aspects. You need not go with the problematic aspects in circuit breakers, like you have to find out the rate of restriking voltage, okay, transient voltages. These kind of things are not there. Active recovery voltage, these things are not. Just you have to know the definitions of them. That is more than enough. And then protection. Different types of protection schemes: feeder protection, ring protection, generator protection, transformer protection, book holes relay, very important. Book holes relay and fuse and book holes relay, they are very important. Definitely you will expect many questions from fuse and book holes relay topic alone. So that is about switchgear and protection. And generation and distribution, go through some basic aspects of distribution, like structure of distribution systems, like what are the different types of distributors, configuration of distributors, like radial distributor, parallel distributor, ring distributor. So advantages and disadvantages like this, disadvantages like that. And when you come to transmission, in transmission mainly affects you is the mechanical design of transmission line. So basically when you study about the transmission lines, we have to study basically about the designing of transmission lines. So designing of transmission line is done in 2 ways. One is by electrical designing, the other one is the mechanical designing or the practical designing. In electrical designing, what we do is we model this entire big transmission line in the form of circuit elements, that is RLC and G, isn't it? And based on their relative distribution, you have classified them based on the length, physical length of the transmission line, short, medium, long, and what are the ABCD parameters. These things are there. Yes, they are there. But apart from these electrical designing, so this is called as electrical designing, and where you study about the performance like efficiency and voltage regulation. But apart from this, there is mechanical designing. In mechanical designing, mainly the thing that is important is start from skin effect, proximity effect, and types of conductors. types of conductors like stranded conductors, solid conductors, hollow conductors, this kind of conductors, what are their applications, where you have to use them, and how skin effect will affect them. And next importantly comes corona. Corona is very, very important mechanical factor. Of course, it is an electrical phenomena, but it greatly or it significantly influences the mechanical design of transmission lines. Because if the transmission line operating voltage is 230 kV, if it is less than 230 kV, then you decide the size of the conductor or the design of the transmission line or the power carrying system based on the current carrying capacity or what is the power that has to be transferred. But if the voltage goes beyond 230 kV, no more the current is the deciding factor in the design of the transmission line or that conductor. Corona comes into play because about 230 kV, the occurrence of corona more or less is very high. Therefore, the corona effect greatly influences the design of transmission lines. Therefore, you have to understand each and everything about corona loss. So mainly you should be clear about the corona loss formula. What is the corona loss formula? 244 by delta F plus 25 under root R by D VDO minus VPH whole square into 10 power minus 5 kilowatt per kilometer per phase. This is also called as Peak's formula. This is also very, very important. This was asked number of times in JE exam. What does the formula called as basically? It's called as Peak's formula because a scientist called Peak has given this formula. So apart from Peak's, do you have any other formula? Yes, there is a formula which is called as a Peterson formula. So it depends upon some factors where you have to apply Peak's formula, where you have to apply Peterson's formula. Like that. And what are the different factors involved in this power loss of corona and how do they actually affect the corona and how do they influence our mechanical designing of transmission lines? What is the importance of bundled conductors as far as corona loss is concerned? Bundled conductors, stranded conductors, what are composite conductors? So mainly about conductors, and then importantly comes one important mechanical aspect of a transmission line, that is insulators. Without insulator, there is no electrical system, not just a power system, nothing is there without insulator, because insulator is a device which will avoid the flow of currents in unwanted paths. Because current is a very childish thing, it always tries to flow wherever there is a least resistance or wherever there is a conducting medium. But the towers which you are using in a transmission line is a conductor because they are metals. You are using towers and you are holding the transmission lines. So there is a direct contact from the transmission lines to towers, conductors to towers. So there may be a chance of LG fault or the current leakage might be taking place. So you have to isolate the conductor as well as the tower by using a set of insulators. Like that at different points of, like that in different areas or different points of power system, you require different types of insulators. What are the different types of configuration of insulators? What are the other names? Like strain type insulators, shackle insulators, Hewlett type insulators, different types are there, cap and pin type insulators, string insulators, whatnot. There are a number of types of insulators, and what are the some design aspects about those insulators? Flashover voltage, dry flashover voltage, wet flashover voltage, puncture, different definitions associated with insulators. So that way power systems is relatively easy subject that we can cover. So the next challenging module is this one, that is estimation and costing. For most of the students who are appearing for these examinations, might be not a diploma holder but a BTech degree holder. For them this is going to be a little bit difficult. Why? Because you haven't gone through this subject more often even in your graduation. But for diploma students that would be a relatively comfortable subject. The reason is in second year or third year of diploma, basically this topic of estimation and costing will be there as a part of their semester syllabus. For others also, I suggest for estimation and costing, you could refer to any diploma standard textbook, or if most of the electrical engineering students who are aspiring for any competitive exam definitely have got this JB Gupta integrated course in electrical engineering, isn't it? Don't you have? I hope you have. So in that JB Gupta book, there is some concepts regarding estimation and costing also. Just go through everything that is given in that book. Practice all the questions, that is more than enough, I can say, for estimation and costing. And again, coming to utilization of electrical energy, there are three main topics. That is electric heating, electric welding, illumination, and the last one is electroplating. So electroplating is challenging because you don't find any videos on the YouTube, or you don't find good material even in any textbook. So I suggest you to again go back to JB Gupta course. In that JB Gupta it is there, the good amount of content is there in that same JB Gupta book, or you can go through some diploma level textbooks for electroplating. But regarding heating and welding, everybody might be having, even a BTech student might have studied heating and welding as an optional subject in their final year. So that is regarding utilization of electrical energy. It is also very completely theoretical. There are no problems in utilization topic. And then next comes the basic electronics. And this is going to be a very piece of cake. And this is going to be a very easy subject. Nothing else is there, just some basics of EDC. You have to study about some basic semiconductor physics, and diode, its construction, doping levels, what are p-type, n-type impurities, such kind of things. Again, different types of diodes like Zener diode, what are the different modes of breakdown, avalanche, Zener breakdown, and different types of diodes, tunnel diode, Schottky diode, this kind of diodes. What are the applications of those diodes? What are the speciality of those diodes? You should be everything clear about each and every type of diode, photodiode, etc. And again, some basic diode based circuits. Next comes the transistor, different types of transistorized device like BJT, FET. So BJT and FET, that's more than enough. And UJT also, if possible, you can study about UJT also. What are different factors involved in UJT and how UJT acts as a relaxation oscillator. Up to this much is more than enough. So only the basic theoretical things. Then done. This is also done. So when you talk about how much time should we take, sir, or how much time should we spend for this syllabus? See, I can say, I have written here, you see, for basic concepts, in basic concepts, 1 day is more than enough. So 1 day you could plan properly, and even you can practice a good number of questions also for basic concepts. Again, circuit laws, you should be very clear, very specific and very clear. Different types of models of problems. So no theoretical, only problematic. Okay, as far as this first chapter is concerned, mostly wherever problems are there, go through very well through the problems. So circuit law has got a lot of twisting, and they will try to twist you, they try to confuse you, and they make a question in such a way that to waste your time. So you should avoid such kind of confusion and try to go in a proper way and give a good attempt to the question. So just take 2 days, and for magnetic circuits also very important, go with 2 days. And then fundamentals of AC, again this is also having a lot number of problems, again 2 days. So 2 days would be more than enough. So the entire first module, 2 plus 2 plus 1, so 1 week, 7 days. Okay, the entire first module, which is very important for us, is completed in 1 week, 7 days. And then next comes measuring instruments. Take 3 days for measuring instruments, go slow pace and cover each and everything, leave no stone unturned. Next is the machines. The entire machines module takes 6 days. Take 6 days. As per your comfortable in each topic, you can manage everything in a 6 days or roughly 1 week, I can say. Next is the power systems. In power systems, generation, transmission, distribution, 3 days is more than enough. Take 1 day for generation, the entire generation topics which I have discussed. For transmission and distribution, take 2 days. And then for switchgear and protection, take 2 days. Because SGB is very important. You cannot neglect it at any cost of time, at any cost. And again for estimation and this final section, take 4 days. 4 days would be more than enough, I can say, for this. So if you count them up, so I can say around 25 days are more than enough for your preparation. So if you could plan yourself for 25 days properly, entire syllabus will be completed. And if you are still want to do some practice, utilize some 10 days afterwards, 25 days. So do more practice, that's it. And the rest of the time you have to be very clear about the non-technical portion also. So very well prepare, daily keep on studying the current affairs and go through all the non-technical, go through the Lucent GK book, that is very popular book. Like that you can prepare for that one. So this is my guidance as far as my awareness is concerned for the technical part. And this is the, I can say, the best way to prepare for this RRB JE exam without introducing much stress on your brain. At the same time, in a short period of time, crack this exam. Even the number of posts are also very high, and I hope at least most of the students who are watching this video definitely will get into the service tomorrow. So there is another announcement from RLC Education or my platform. That is, I'm planning to make a crash course for this RRB JE, the syllabus which is mentioned over here. Exactly the same syllabus entirely will be covered with most theoretical, and wherever there is a chance of twisting problematic questions, they will be dealt in our crash course. And this crash course is going to be available in 2 languages, Telugu and English. Of course, if somebody is from not Telugu, then you can go with the English part, and so it may take around 1 week from the date of publishing of this video to launch the English medium. Telugu medium will be available. Telugu medium is already available in this platform, For English medium, it takes time because I'm making some videos for English medium. So, who should take this course? Sir, do you think taking this course is necessary for covering the syllabus? See, for the student who has been preparing for competitive exams since a long time and who has already covered all the syllabus, you can just utilize this way of preparation plan or the schedule which I'm giving you now, which I have given now for your preparation, self-preparation. But if there is any student who thinks that their subject is not strong about what all I'm telling, and the student who has already appeared for many competitive exams but not able to get that marks, or he's getting only border marks, and he feels that he requires more support to enhance his knowledge. So for a fresh student and a repeated student who wants more support in the subject, these two categories of students, they may enroll in this course. But remaining others, you need not enroll in this course, not at all. If you could just push your boundaries, that is more than enough. You need not enroll in any course. For only for such students which I mentioned who require a proper support or a proper guidance, they need to enroll in this course, and this course will be proving very, very beneficial for you, definitely in cracking the examination. But for all others, you need not take this course. You just prepare on yourself and come to our platform. Regularly we are posting some challenge questions. Go through the videos. Suppose you are having some problem in some topic, open our channel. There are some playlists. Go through the videos, see which video is suitable for you. For example, there is a video on mechanical design of transmission line. Also there is one video available which is actually part of our crash course. You could go through that video, and there are some MCQs also discussed in that video. Like that, you may take help of some online resources, and offline more than enough. So sir, regarding which books should I prefer? See, don't go with one book. As I was telling you, I have mentioned different textbooks. So different types of books like this you can prepare. So must book is the JB Gupta Electrical Engineering MCQs book, and try to have the ESC previous year questions book, and VK Mehta textbooks for power systems. And for measuring instruments, just go through the ESC previous questions, and any basic level textbook is more than enough for measuring instrument, not much. And I have discussed almost about everything. So I hope you like this video, and I also expecting that you will be sharing this video with your friends. And thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best for your examination.